Hey friends, it's time. Global Tarot Circle begins now. This is our monthly meeting where we gather together from all over in the world to share our love of tarot, to practice some tarot readings, and to learn some new stuff. I'm so happy to see all of you. Thanks for being here. Special shout out, of course, to the members and the moderators. If you're here for the first time, please do subscribe. My name is Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. We have been doing Global Tarot Circles since like 2011. We started it on WebEx back in the day. Then we moved it over to Facebook. And then we moved it to YouTube, where I think we'll probably stay for a while. So very happy to see you here. The first thing I'm asking you to do, and many of you know this and have already done it, is to let us know where in the world you are and what deck you're working with. I am in Palm City, Florida, and I will be working today with my Wiser Tarot, which y'all know I love. Where are you? Where are you in the world, and what deck are you working with? Let us know. Now, for the first half-ish of our time together, we will do readings, and we will do it in a very specific format. If you have a question for a reading, it can be as general as what does the universe want me to know, or as specific as any specific question you can think of. Go ahead and put that question in, and we will do the readings. I will explain to you, if you've been here before, you know how this works. If you haven't, I will explain it to you. But right now, go ahead, let us know where in the world you are, what deck you're working with, and if you have a question, what is the question? All right, in the country. You're in the UK, so it's very late for you. Thanks so much for taking the time to be here. And you're using the RWS, the Rider-Waite-Smith. Very good, very good. Nicholas, so glad you're here. Thanks for being a member. You're in Greece and using the Rider-Waite-Smith. So good. Rose, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. You're in California using Zillich Tarot. Very good. Lynn Collin, my neighbor right here in Palm City. Yes, we do see each other in person sometimes. Thank you for being a member, Lynn. Thank you for being here using Everyday Witch. Very good. Samantha Blake, it's okay that you don't have a deck. Glad you're here, though. Please feel free to participate, to ask questions. It's all right. It's all right. Glad you're here. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Who else do we have here? Okay. Gina Rutledge, so happy to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. You're in Naples, Florida, using the Wiser Tarot, because we love that deck. Tortoiseshell Moon, Kathy, thanks for being a member. You are in Liverpool, so thanks for being up really late with us. Using Raven's Prophecy. Very cool, very cool. Virginia W., so happy to see you. Thanks for being here. In Waterford, Connecticut, using the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. All right. Okay, Anna Tasselli Coker? I hope I pronounced that right one of those times. Maybe I didn't, though. Located in Ontario, working with Lightseers. What a great deck. That is one of my favorites as well. Gets a lot of use on this channel. Okay, let's see. Dina Moskowitz, so happy to see you. Hudson Valley, New York, using the Wiser as well. That is so great. Pam Gimzo, glad you're here. Lawrence, Kansas, using Witch's Tarot. Fabulous. Christina Valadares, did I pronounce that correctly? Using Lightseers. What a great deck. Justine, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member and a moderator. In Houston, Texas, working with the Albano Smith. Wait. Oh, so interesting. That's a classy choice, my friend. Okay, and Christina, you are in Miami. That's fabulous. Samantha, you're in Delray Beach. That's terrific. Audrey M., thanks for being a member. You're also in Delray Beach, Florida, using Wandering Star. So good, so good. Aria Wilson, using the Jamboree Words and Pictures deck. That's so great. Lisa Harmon, thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here in Greenville, South Carolina, using Tarot of the Witch's Garden. What a great deck is that? Oh my gosh. All right, let's see. Okay, I probably missed some introductions, and I'm so sorry if I did, but I'm very happy to see all of you. And let's get right to our readings. And remember, the interaction that y'all have with each other in the chat is probably the most exciting thing that goes on here. So definitely talk to each other and work with each other. Let's go over to Card Cam right now. All right, as you can see, indeed, I am working with my Wiser Tarot. So this is how this works. I will go through from the top of the chat down, and I'll take these in the order that we've received them, that I see them. I will read the question aloud. I will answer the question by pulling one card and giving my interpretation of that in the context, and there's my answer. If you would like to do that reading, you will also pull a single card. You will enter your reading in the chat in this format. The name of the person the reading is for, the name of the card you pulled, and your interpretation. All three things. Now, this moves really quickly. I am a fast reader, and it's a lot quicker for me to speak than it is for you to type. So do not feel like you have to keep up and do every one. Just do every other one. Do the ones that you feel called to, or do try to keep up. Whatever feels good to you. Enjoy this as a practice, as a time to talk to your community. As you can see, we've got people from all over the world here, all over the English-speaking world anyway. And so definitely enjoy this and play with this. All right. Smile Soul 20, you are first. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. This is my favorite question, right? And this is where, like, there are people who say, well, you can't do general readings. You always need a question for context. And my comment to that is, bitch, a general reading has a question. And the question is, what does the universe want me to know? So there's your answer to anyone who says, oh, you can't do a general reading. You need a question. No, you don't. No, you don't. All right. So here we go. Smile Soul 20. What does the universe want me to know? If you'd like to do this reading, at Smile Soul 20, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. And remember, everyone, if you ask a question, don't just listen to me. Scroll through and get the rest of your reading. We do a huge reading, one card at a time, all over the world. We truly are, literally, a global tarot circle. All right, Smile Soul 20. What does the universe want you to know? The Lovers. The universe wants you to know that you are making good choices, that you are loved and lovable, that there is love in many forms coming for you, and that there are people around you who see you and appreciate you. All right. Again, if you want to do that reading, at Smile Soul 20, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Jenny, you are up next. Thanks for being here. My question is about a boy I met on Insta. Oh, I remember this. Christiana pulled the Seven of Swords about him on Saturday, and he later told me he's in an open relationship, which I didn't know about. What else should I know about him? Let's see, if you'd like to do this reading, at Jenny, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. So Jenny, his life may not be a full-on rolling dumpster fire, but with the tower reversed, I'm surprised you're still talking to this dude. Like, is this just entertainment for you? And if it is, that's fine. I think a lot of people will just, like, talk to randos on the internet for entertainment. But if you're thinking this is more than that, I would be really careful. Really, really careful. Let's see what other people have to say if you want to do this reading, at Jenny, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Betty Flesher, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Caroline McLaughlin, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member and also for using members only emojis. We appreciate you. And thank you everyone for jumping in and doing the readings. All right, next question is DH. DH, thank you for being a member. What does the universe want me to know? My favorite question. If you'd like to do this question at DH, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation, DH. The universe wants you to know that happiness, creativity, safety, celebration, love, family, all of these things are perhaps in some form or another what you want and what you're working toward in your life. And you'll get there. All right, and again, if you'd like to do that reading at DH, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right. So this is an interesting question. Rose, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. And it's a question I feel like we could do a reading on, or it could also be a question for the back half of our time together where we really do conversation about tarot. Maybe we should do it both ways. Maybe we should do the reading and then also talk about it in conversation, because I think it's interesting. My favorite death is Thoth, Thoth, Tahote, Toth, however you want to pronounce it. And I have a first issue. I don't use it due to Crowley as a person, due to Crowley and a person in my life who shares a birthday and a similar dark energy. Can I transmute the energy or use other cards? So honestly, I would say yes to both of those. But let's do it as a reading and then we'll come back to this conversation because I think it's a good one. So we'll come back to this later, but let's do the reading. And if you'd like to do this reading at Rose, just one card regarding this dilemma, specific, let's make it, because she did an either or, but let's make it just a question like, can she find, or even better, how can she find a way to transmute the energy of her Crowley deck so that she can use it and enjoy it? All right. And the answer is Four of Cups reversed. Like, I'm going to say, like, the transmuting of the energy may be as simple as shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. These are my cards. I don't really care whose name is on them, and I don't really care who designed them. Crowley didn't even draw them. Lady Frida Harris did. So focus on Frida. Focus on Lady Harris, because she was a pretty exciting person. And don't even think about it. And there it is, you know, because that Four of Cups reversed is very much about making the best of a situation. And so I think it can be a lot more simple than you realize. All right. And again, if anyone else wants to do this reading at Rose, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. All right. Okay, next question is Virginia W. Okay. My question is, what is my best course of action for downsizing stuff tomorrow? Right, okay. So yeah, Virginia has a lot of downsizing to do in order to make a big move coming up, which is really exciting because she's coming down here, so we're going to get to hang out with her in person at Panera and other places. So we're very excited. But we don't have to do the downsizing. Let's figure out how she does it. If you'd like to do this reading at Virginia W, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, what's the best strategy here? Okay, with each thing, think about if you're really, really going to miss it. If you're really going to miss it, you have to keep it. If you're not really going to miss it, let it go. And just personally, I will share that sometimes taking a picture of the thing is good enough. All right. All right. Next question is Aria Wilson. So happy to see you here today. Thanks for being here. What would my ancestors like for me to know? If you would like to do this reading, at Aria Wilson, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Aria, I think your ancestors would like you to know that they went through a lot. And I think they think you're going through a lot right now too. They see it, they care about you, they are helping you and taking care of you because they know how to. Okay. Hang on, I am just scrolling down here. Okay, Christina. Thank you for being here, Christina. And I just overscrolled. Give me a minute. You are definitely up next. I just have to find you again. Give me a minute. Hang on a minute. And thank you, everyone, for doing these readings. I really appreciate it. I can see what you're doing. And it's fabulous. Y'all are fabulous. Hang on a second. Just scrolling back and looking for, here it is. Here it is. Christina, thank you for being here. Christina Valadares? Is that, am I close? I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm not. What am I supposed to be focusing on now after this disappointment I'm experiencing in my last relationship? Oh my goodness, Christina, there are so many people here who can really empathize with what that feels like. I am so sorry, and it's a great question. If you would like to do this reading at Christina, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, what to focus on after the disappointment of the last relationship. And the answer is one foot in front of the other. Focus on your goals, focus on your career, focus on the things that matter to you, and allow yourself to move forward. It's okay. It's okay. But right now, turning the focus back to your goals. And if one of your goals is to find the right person, then be really glad that this person revealed themselves, and now we know they're not the right person. So be grateful for that and keep on pursuing your goals. Okay. Samantha Blake, you are up next. How specifically can I make more money as an artist, and will my family and loved ones be okay in Israel? Yeah, I am so sorry for, just sending so much love to everyone affected by what's happening right now, and frankly, what has been happening for all of our lives. There's so much hurt and so much difficulty and so much fear right now, this minute. But we also know that, this is in a way worse than it's ever been. But we also know that there's a lot here and it's hard and everyone is suffering. And we'll do the reading. And in fact, that's going to require, that is a 2-question reading. But for that one, I'm going to throw the artist question to the community, and we'll all do that one. Let me read myself. Let me read for the friends and family in Israel and what we see and how they're going to fare. Let's go ahead and do that. Because it's terrifying, right? It's not a good thing at all, right? So your family and friends in Israel are obviously not happy. Some of them may actually leave and go elsewhere, but they, I believe, and some of them will stay. I believe that they will indeed be safe and secure. And of course, we send our prayers and good wishes, of course. So, all right. Now, the question. How specifically can I make more money as an artist? If you'd like to do this reading, at Samantha Blake, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Specifically, do not give up. Specifically, do something every single day. And don't listen. And this is funny because we're all telling you what to do. But there's a part of this that says, don't listen to what everyone says. I mean, maybe listen to us. I don't know. But be careful, because everyone's going to tell you something. And some people are going to tell you just can't. But don't listen to them. Especially don't listen to them. All right, let's see what other people have to say. All right. All right, let's see who is up next. It is Lisa Harmon. Lisa, thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you. Is reality shifting for real? I'm not sure what to do with that. Like, are you going through this experience and you're wondering if this is a real experience for you? I don't understand the question. And so I'm really at a quandary, because we could just you don't have to understand the question. We can just do it. But I'm wondering if, contextually, like, what does that even mean? I mean, reality shifting happens all the time if you listen to the 24-hour news cycle from different news agencies. You see reality shifting all the time. So of course it's real on that level. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. And I guess we'll just go ahead and do the reading. But if you would like to share more, I would love to know what that is, I mean, I think, I see reality shifting a lot at the tarot table. And I will tell you, and it's hard when it happens, because people have a narrative that the people around them, their spouse or their parents or whatever, are good people. They're good people. They may beat me, they may talk bad to me, but they're good people. And when the cards come out, that reality shifts, because you can't sit there at the table and say, oh, he's a good guy. Really, he's a good guy. If I don't see a good guy, I'm going to say that to you. I'm going to say, I don't see how he's a good guy. Can you tell me? And that causes a reality shift for a lot of people. So, Justine, thanks for this question. I love it. When TFGM gets all philosophically worked up. Man, that's my whole life. I spend my whole life philosophically worked up. It's true, man. But I mean, how do you do this job full time and not be in that space of philosophy? So let's do the question, whatever it means for Lisa, whatever it means to Lisa. Is it real? Whatever this thing means to Lisa, is it real? If you'd like to do this reading, at Lisa Harmon, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Let's see. Is it real? Well, that depends. That depends. It may be an internal process. It may... But then, I mean, there's the magical piece, too, where we can use magic to change things quite a bit. But is that called reality shifting? No, it is not. It's called magic. So there may be something here I don't know about, but my answer is, it depends. It depends. It may be an internal process. Let's see what other people have to say. And thank you for a very interesting question. Oh, here it is. Lisa says, no, it came up on my feed. Think of it as the multiverse and jumping from one universe to the other. Yeah. Well, that's why that Two of Swords came up. Like, in your mind, you might be doing it, and maybe there's some validity to that, but you're never going to prove it, right? So, there it is. No, Lisa. That's the card you drew about it. Right, and who knows, like, where we go when we're in deep meditation, when we're really deep in? Who knows where we go? I mean, it's possible, but I think that's a weird thing for people to teach, right? I think it's super dangerous. Oh, here it is. Here it is. You get my full face for this. I think it's super dangerous when spiritual teachers and leaders start talking about that kind of stuff, because that is spiritual bypassing. You know, to say, oh, you don't even need to worry about what's going on in this planet. Just jump to another universe. And if you're awake, you'll know how to do that. You know, only the really spiritual, really smart people know how to do that. Oh, no. Oh, no. If your spiritual teacher does not help you manage life on this planet where we all are, they are worthless in my mind. There, how was that? Did you enjoy that? Good. All right. Let's go back to readings. All right, here we go. Tortoiseshell Moon. I've got Bohemian Rhapsody in my head now. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide. No escape from reality. And there's the answer. There is no escape from reality. There's the answer. All right. Justine, you're next. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. I'm struggling to get focused and gain traction in my job search because I haven't been able to come up with a basic plan to guide my next steps forward. Decision fatigue is killing me here. And I'm someone who often gets caught up in the research planning phase. So the question is, how can I better manage my schedule to make sure I'm making progress on my job search in a reasonable amount of time? If you would like to do this reading at Justine, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, what does Justine need to know for her job search? Let's see. Three of Cups reversed. Here's what I'm going to say about this. It's not fun, but neither is it complicated. Get a resume, get a cover letter, make a list, and, look for people who are looking for jobs, but also look at companies you want and just submit to their HR from their website. And this would tell me in the reversal that you want to cast the net wide. You want to submit to a lot of places. Let's see what other people have to say. Oh, that rant got me money. Thank you. I should rant more. Lisa, thank you for bringing up a great topic. And thank you for being a member. Thank you for being a really valued person in our community. And thank you for your very generous super chat. I love your rants. Thank you. I really appreciate that. All right. Audrey M., thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I'd love a general. Whatever the universe thinks I should know. You got it. What does the universe want Audrey to know? If you would like to do this reading, at Audrey M., the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Justice reversed. So what the universe wants you to know are there are some things that are maybe happening now or have happened in the past but still have impact now that are really not right and not fair. And there's not a lot you can do right now to bring it into balance. There's not a lot you can do to fix it. It's a situation that in a way you have to accept, but it's not really acceptable. And so finding a way to be in your own personal balance and equanimity, even when justice has not been served, that is a serious spiritual mission. But I'm going to say it's one that you know how to do. Okay. Dina Moskowitz, okay, fair. What does the tarot say about what's happening in Israel? Fair. So this is going to be an interesting one. Everyone, this is a very teachable moment. We all have an opinion. We all have emotion about what's going on, right? We're worried about our friends. We're worried about our Israeli friends. We're worried about our Palestinian friends. We're worried. We're worried about our Jewish friends. We're worried about our Muslim friends. We're worried. We're upset. We're also worried about the possibility that this could be a world war, that this could be the beginning of a world war. And that could just fold Ukraine and Russia right on in, and there we are. So we all have our hurts and our fears and our anger and our upset about this. Do the reading with none of that. Practice compassionate detachment. Let's see how it goes. If you want to do this reading, at Dina Moskowitz, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. The Empress reversed. What's happening is naughty people aren't listening to their mothers. I swear to goodness. People would just listen to women, everything would be fine. Okay, that was my opinion. But come on, look at the card. Look at the card. What is happening is bad for everybody, and it feels really scorched earth. It feels really like we don't care. We don't care about what happens. We don't care about public opinion. We don't care about who lives and who dies. Scorched earth. And that's what's happening. And I don't know how it will end, but that's how I see it, and I'm sorry. All right. Oh, Julia Bonesteel, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. You're using Paulina Tarot in Clayton, New York. So good. Okay. Adrija Roy is here in New York using the Rider-Waite-Smith. Very good. She wants to know, will I hear from H anytime soon? If you'd like to do this reading, add Adrija Roy, the name of the card you got, and the answer is maybe not. Four of Swords, maybe not. I vote for, hi there, good or bad, love the honesty. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Try to be kind with our honesty. I mean, I was watching a TikTok today from one of my favorite creators. I don't know if you watch him. It's Misha, Lessons in Not Crossing a Gay Man. And I saw this video today from him about the difference between being kind and being nice. I really like that. I like that. All right, next question, along. Will A come back to the U.S. before Durga Puja, which is the 20th of October to the 23rd? It's a large Hindu festival. Yes, I heard that was coming. In New Jersey and using the RWS, very good. So glad to have you here. So will A come back to the U.S. before this? Let's see. If you'd like to do this reading, at Alon, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. I'm going to say quite possibly yes, and if so, you probably will have a good time. Yes. Oh, Medea Ness, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I would love to know if my latest business idea is a good one. Ooh, so good, so good. Okay. If you'd like to do this reading, at Medea Ness, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Is it a good idea? The Chariot reversed, it's not finished. It's a good idea, but it's not finished. You got to finish it before we can really know. Let's see what other people say. Okay. Nicholas DM27, so good to see you. Where am I going to find a girlfriend that will love me and hopefully that you will also love, right? It should be both. Let's take a look. If you'd like to do this reading, at Nicholas, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. You know, oh, it was when, not where, but when. When am I going to find a girlfriend? And the answer is when you work on your own confidence. The most important love relationship right now is between you and you. We need to turn this around. You need to be more confident in yourself. Then you will find the love you're looking for. Okay, Lynn Collin. A friend from the past has reemerged. What are Kay's intentions toward getting back in touch? And Lynn, thank you so much for being a member. We appreciate you. If you would like to do this reading, at Lynn Collin, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, what are Kay's intentions toward getting back in touch? Honorable. This is honorable. It could be honorable, friendly, curious, wanting just to share space, wanting to see how you're doing, but it doesn't seem nefarious. The only thing I could think of with this card could involve trying to dig into your secrets, and so be careful what you reveal while you're having a conversation. Okay. Minthu Fields, glad you made it. So good to see you here. Will I find a full-time job by the end of the year? If you'd like to do this reading at Minthu Fields, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. The way you're going now, probably not. I imagine if you cast your net wider or change some of your techniques and tactics, perhaps. Okay, Tortoiseshell Moon Kathy. Question, things feel up in the air. I'm in my head a lot. Will things get settled soon? What energy can I anchor into to get grounded? Okay, how does Kathy find her grounding? Kathy, thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. If you would like to do this reading, at Tortoiseshell Moon, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, how does she find her grounding? Something is bugging you from the past. Something you thought you should have done. Something that didn't go the way you wanted, something that has left you feeling unsettled. This is here for a reason, and it has to do with something you don't have closure to. Figure it out, and you'll get your grounding. All right. Katie Kondo, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member, and thanks for the very generous super chat. We're going to be moving into Caroline McLaughlin, that's why we love you. Thank you so much. We're going to be moving into tarot questions shortly, but we absolutely will get to Katie's question. We're going to do a couple of others as well. Thank you, everyone, for participating. So let's just run through these questions real quick, and that will still give us some time to talk about tarot. So the next question, Morgana the Great, how does Lucas feel about me? If you'd like to do this question, at Morgana the Great, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. There's a happy memories there. There's a comfort level. That's the best I can do. Let's see what other people have to say. Thank you, everyone, for doing these readings. This is so great. Soul One Quest, what is CC's intentions toward me in reaching out? Not the first of these questions we've gotten today. If you'd like to do this reading, at Soul One Quest, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. I feel like CC is going through a hard time and CC is looking for comfort. Okay. Let me just scroll through here and let's get to Katie's question now. Katie, what do I need to know about my relationship with my brother? How can we heal going forward? If you would like to do this reading, at Katie Kondo, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. The way to heal is to let go of past hurts and past expectations. And honestly, distance is helping, I think. Distance will help. All right, so go ahead and finish whatever readings you would like to do, and let's get started on some tarot questions. Do you have a question about the cards, about a particular deck, about tarot techniques, about a card you got that you didn't understand? Go ahead and put those questions in. We're going to do one more reading for Kimmy's Divination Station. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. How will my event on the 26th go? If you'd like to do this reading, at Kimmy's Divination Station. The event on the 26th may have some challenges to it. Make sure you've done all the in advance work to make it as smooth as it can be. Oh, and let's do Gina as well. Here we go. Gina Rutledge. What is driving me to repeatedly fall off my healthy eating plan after only a few days? I feel like it's something in my unconscious I need to address, showing through in this way. If you'd like to do this reading, at Gina Rutledge. And Gina, thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Justice reversed. Literally, the scale is not balanced. Literally. I think that there is some part of you, I think it's a root chakra issue. I think if you could work with your root chakra, that would be really helpful. There is a part of you, and maybe something that happened in the past when you were little, if your plate was taken away before you were ready for it to be taken away, if there were issues about eating in your household, I feel like there is some part of you that worries that you're not going to ever be able to have yummy food again. I think that's what it is. I think your inner child is worried. Okay, here we go. Here is a tarot question, and of course, we also want to talk about the earlier question, Rose's earlier question about what do you do if you have a deck that you love the deck, but it has a connection to an author, an artist, another person that you don't like. What do you do with it? I will tell you that years ago, I let the wrong person touch my deck. It was a particular deck that I really loved, and I couldn't get that person's skank energy off my deck for like a year. So I understand the problem. Anyone, tag it deck energy and tell us if you have ever had this problem and what do you do? What do you do to change up the energy, to transmute the energy, or do you just not? Let us know. It's a good question. All right. Now, this is so good from Christina. Where are the answers coming from, and why are the cards clearer sometimes and not others? Sometimes they are so clear, and other times they don't make sense. Anyone who wants to answer any part of that, this is a great question, philosophical question. We love these. Anyone who wants to answer that, go right ahead and tag it. What should we tag that? That's like such an expansive question. Tag it. How? Tag it works. We're looking at how tarot works. Tag it works. So here's my theory. The reason the cards are clear sometimes and other times not can be numerous things. It could be the reader. It could be the cards were completely clear. You're just not seeing it. It could be the energy of the question is different. The way you ask the question is different. Could be the reading technique is different. It also could be that, if you're talking specifically about prediction, that some things are predictable and others are not. The future is not always set. So there's that too. And sometimes I think the confusing readings are the most helpful. That if you have a really clear reading, it's like, okay, great. But if you've got a confusing reading, you can really dig into it. You can look at, what does this card in this position mean? How do these cards work together? Sometimes you just have to talk it through and you'll get somewhere with it. So don't give up. Play with it, because sometimes the confusion allows us to lean in. The cards are confusing because the situation is confusing. The cards are actively reflecting the situation. So lean into it to find your answers. Could be that as well. Oh, Leslie, I missed your question completely, and I'm so glad other people are taking care of you. Kristen loves the comment, skank energy, right? Right, you know what I'm talking about. I am so sorry I missed you, Miss Leslie Jones. I am so sorry. It is possible to do your question, but I need to be able to see it, and I didn't see it the first time. So where the heck is it? That's the problem I'm having, is I'm not seeing it. I would say it will be more possible to do it if you would reiterate it, because I am just not seeing it, and would be more than happy to do it. So if you could reiterate, that would be great. All right. And thank you everyone for doing readings. There is, okay, Kimmy's Divination Station with Works. The cards are not clear because the reader is unclear or unfocused. That can happen, certainly. And okay, so there was another, oh, here it is. Okay, we're going to jump to Leslie's question, which some of you have already done because you're awesome. And then we're going to go back, and there was a question about daily tarot journaling from Nicholas that I'm excited to do. So we're switching back for a minute. There we go. Hello to Card Cam. And what are GL's intentions toward Leslie? Let's find out. If you'd like to do this reading and you haven't already, at Leslie Jones, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Sorry I didn't see your question, not sure why, but I appreciate your being here, Leslie, and thanks for being part of our community. The intention is to relieve sadness. I'm not sure whose sadness, if it's yours or the other person's or both, but the intention is to relieve sadness. All right. So Dina, Works? I'm just not seeing it. Got it? Okay. All right. Okay, well so I wanted to get to Nicholas's question, but I also see Kathy's question. So let's do that. It's about a deck. Light Seers, to be specific, one of my favorites. I don't know where the cards are, but I've got the box right here. How cool is that? Cards are in the other room, but oh well. Just to prove to you, I can talk about this deck because I have it. I really like it, but I don't understand the depiction of the Page of Cups. So I struggle to read it intuitively. How do you see it? That's so funny. I hate the Page of Cups in that deck. So silly, so stupid. And, you know, it just proves, because it's one of my favorite decks, but it just proves I will never find a deck where I like every single card. It's just not going to happen. I read it the way I read any Page of Cups. I don't worry about the stupid flying pig. I don't worry about any of that. I just read it the way I would read any Page of Cups. That's how I handle it. And let me ask that question more broadly. We're already asking about, you know, decks and transmuting the energy of decks, but what about a card in a deck that you don't like? What do you do with it? Does it just spoil the deck for you? Or can you just make it be what that card means for you in any other deck? How do you handle it? Tag it card. All right. And let me go back to find... Oh. Betty Flusher, thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I had a dream about you. In the dream, I did a mediumship reading. 7 words came up for the person with a white cat on the card. You were giving me advice about the 7 of Swords, and then I woke up. Wow. What does it mean? Man, that could mean a lot of things, but I'm gonna say, like, I think, you know, like, think about, like, what do I represent to you? You know, what does your tarot fairy godmother mean to you? Because I think I'm archetypal in this space. And honestly, I think this entire dream is to help empower you to feel good about the readings you do. Because think about 7. 7 is, in tarot, the number of your journey, your stuff, yourself, your skills. And so I think this is you coming to the understanding that you are more than capable to do these readings. Maybe? See what anyone else wants to say about it? Call it dream. Oh, Dina, Wild Unknown has some scary cards that make it hard to use sometime. I understand. Trey, there have been a few decks that have been ruined for me because of 1 or 2 cards. I really hate it when a card looks like a different card. Like, for example, 5 of Swords, which looks more like a 7. That makes it hard, yes. You have to be able to, like, read the cards, right? I totally get it. Okay. Nicholas, I am looking for your question. Here it is. How can I better journal my daily tarot readings? So, that's great. Tag it journal and tell us, how do you do that? Do you do tarot journaling? I will tell you that there are a lot of great tarot journals that you can buy, and you can even buy sticker sets, so you can literally put stickers of the cards you got if you want, or there's others that have a space for you to draw the spread and say what the cards were. So I'm just going to say these days, there are so many great tarot journals, and I think the thing you want to think about is, what is your purpose in tarot journaling? Is it to track the cards that you're getting and get a sense of it? Is it to keep a sense of what the cards mean to you and how they speak to you? Those are two things that a tarot journal can do for you. You can do both, but I would say decide where your priority is. Are you doing both? Are you tracking? Or are you learning about the cards by writing about them? Tarot journaling serves us at least in those two ways, perhaps more. So I would say look at that. Let's see what other people have to say about tarot journaling. Now, when I was coming up, there was no such thing as a tarot tracker, a tarot journal. Right now, you could go online and get, 20 of them. And they're all nice. They're all really good. Marion Kirk has a great one out, a nice indie one. Wiser Tarot just came out with one. There are plenty. When I was coming up, it was a notebook. We did not have computers. We did not have phones in our pockets. Well, we did have computers, but they took up a whole room and you had to wear a sweater to go into the room, and we didn't have them in our homes. And so for me, the tarot journal was, let me write down everything I think about a card, the spreads that I'm learning, totally disorganized, but it was how I solidified my practice. And so think about what your goals are. That's really the key. Audrey M., I make my own journals using composition notebooks and I embellish them. That's beautiful. And Dina says the Wiser Journal has stickers. I just got it today and I'm so excited by this fact. Who doesn't love stickers, man? Stickers make everything better. So yeah, it's a good thing for sure. And Audrey says, for journaling, I love to journal not so much for the card tracking, but for what the cards bring up for me on any given day. And that's actually really a third thing, that the tarot journal can help you do your own personal journaling, your own healing. So let's say now that we've figured out that there are at least three purposes for tarot journaling. One is to track, one is to learn and understand the cards in your own specific way, and one is to use the cards to dive in and do some real healing and personal exploration. Very cool. Very cool. Joyous Ocean, you make it sound like you are ancient and you are not. Depends who you talk to. But yes, I remember those computer-filled rooms, right? Right. And Trey, I journal on my phone or my computer, right? I hear that too. So let's see what we've missed. And when I say Soul One Quest says to track and to learn, the best of both worlds. That's perfect. Adina says, pick a card of the day, think about what could happen, write about anything you see that day similar to the card. That is so smart. If you can, I'm just going to riff on that because that is so smart, Dina. If you can pick a card in the morning and use it to make some predictions and then be able to come back and sort of say, well, how did this manifest? So interesting. So you will see how the cards speak to you. And Joyous Ocean, it's good to see you. Thank you. And let's see. Oh, Caroline, you are so sweet. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Just want to say thank you for being you. I've been a bit down lately, and just being in your and the community's presence makes me feel better. Well, sorry for what you're going through, but yeah, I mean, y'all make me feel better too. We're living in tough times right now, and if we can come together with the cards, even over the miles, it means something, doesn't it? It's a beautiful thing, and I thank all of you for being part of this. So I am open to all of your questions and comments here about the things we're talking about or anything else. Oh, this is good. Soul One Quest, tarot question. Here we are. And then I see your question, Kimmy's Divination Station. So these are where we got what we need here. This is great. What is the best clarifying deck that answers most general questions for a newbie to grow into? I wouldn't know how to answer that question because for me, decks don't work that way. It's like so personal. So like I can't say this is a deck that will answer general questions. Like it's so up to you. But does anyone have anything to help with that? Tag it newbie deck. I mean, truly, I think most people would agree that anything from the Waite tradition is a great newbie deck. And I think we like the Wiser Tarot because it's been colored to be more inclusive, which makes it a little less egregious. And that is, a great beginner deck if you work in the Waite tradition, which is the most popular tradition in the world. But I'd love to hear what people have to say on this. Now, Kimmy says, and Kimmy, thanks so much for being a member. We appreciate you. I have decks that are rider-based, but are about subjects I want to learn about. Because of this, I don't think I use them for readings, but for learning. Am I missing out? Not necessarily. No. I mean, you can play with it over time, but no, not necessarily at all. Oh, and journaling from Ness. Just don't worry about what it looks like. I can go on a rant about the journaling mania and that it's all about pretty looks. Journal is like underwear, right? It can be pretty, but it doesn't have to. That's beautiful. I love that, Ness. Journaling is like underwear. And that makes me wonder, like, how many great comments and questions do I miss? Because our chat is just so dense with great questions and comments. Whatever I miss, I really apologize. And please remember that it takes 24 hours for the chat to come back to the replay. So if you want to come back and go through the chat and check out some things, give it 24 hours. That's all. Okay. Oh, in the country, in Mystical Medleys, which is a cartoon deck, so cool, the Temperance card looks like it's off to a rave. Crazy glasses, dancing, etc. Temperance shouldn't be that much fun. Right. So we all have our cards that we disagree with. I had a real issue with the High Priestess in Dreaming Way Tarot. Excuse me, did not like her at all. And I angered the artist in my review, but, it is what it is. All right, we are in our last 2 minutes. I want to thank you all so much for being here. Now is our time for shameless self-promotion. If you have a website, an Insta, a YouTube channel, a blog post, whatever that you want people to know about, go ahead and drop it here. Let's support each other. And remember, come back in 24 hours to get it if you don't grab it right now. Now, I do want to go back to the first part of Christina's question. Where are the answers coming from? When we read tarot, where are the answers coming from? No one knows. No one knows. Anyone who says they know doesn't know. We all have our own beliefs. We all have our own feelings about this. But that is a very personal question. And that's the thing. There have been a couple of questions today that we have answered with this, it's up to you. Tarot is personal. And remember, tarot started as a game. When people are like, well, tarot is sacred. I mean, yeah, it is. Our practice of tarot is absolutely sacred. But come on, it started as a game. We can be playful with it. the original designers, to our knowledge, and there's no historical evidence otherwise, the original designers did not have esoteric purpose for tarot. The esoteric purpose for tarot was written into it like a few centuries later. And basically, because it was a pissing contest between, who was it? Atea, but also who wrote, was it Comte, I can't remember his name, I'm sorry. But the point is, it was just a male pissing contest that brought the documentation of esoteric tarot into light. Now, if you're interested in this whole history, Benabel Wen herself will be present at StarCon 2024, and she will be giving a talk, Esoteric Tarot History Made Easy. So definitely you want to join us for StarCon in person or online. The link to get the ticket is right in the description. You also want to check out the link for the W. Dave Big Bang. That's an online tarot conference happening in a Facebook group this coming weekend. I am presenting along with so many people. It literally goes for 48 hours because it's all over the world. And so people will be in that group teaching one at a time for 48 hours. So that's worth it. The link to check that out is also in the description. All right, my friends. Joyous Ocean. I'm a life coach, author, and speaker. I've designed 2 decks that will be on sale at StarCon in January. Yes, hoping to meet a lot of you there. Joyous Ocean, of course, is Dion C. Monsanto. We cannot wait. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. And thank you for being a StarCon speaker. We really appreciate you. Virginia, thank you. Thank all of you for sharing about journaling. I'm going through a box of journals tomorrow. Tina, don't you love? Oh, thank you. Ness. Court de Gebelin. Yeah, there it was. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really, this is why I love you. I can forget a word and y'all will be right there with it. Okay. And Anna, regarding journaling, mine is a 3-ring binder. I do the reading in the morning, and the following day I look at the cards again to see how they express during the day. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh my gosh. Oh, Julia, deck. And thank you for being here, Julia. Thank you for being a member. We really appreciate you. Absolutely the Rider deck, the Rider Waite, in my opinion. The classic study of this deck is such a foundation. I'm not crazy of colors, new Rider-inspired decks because they have traditional meanings. Yeah, I get you. I get you. Oh, Ness, I had a journaling project that every year I would write on the same day page to see the last. That's perfect. I love that. I love that. There is so much wisdom in this chat. And this is a good one. Virginia, does anyone review their old journals? I've got journals right now from when I was 12. And I really don't know what to do with them, but I feel like I shouldn't throw them out. I just don't know. But they're not tarot journals, so there we go. Okay, my friends. Oh, Joyous Ocean, I love Modern Witch deck for its inclusivity, and I'm such a newbie, but it's a great deck. It is fabulous, for sure. And Justine, for a newbie deck, I feel like the Light Seers deck is so beautifully animated, it might do well to support a colorful general reading. Absolutely. I think you could start with Light Seers. I think you could. I think because it misses so much, to Julia's point, it misses so much of the esoteric symbolism. That's a problem. But, you could do a great reading. Oh, Trey. I realize we're way past, but these are too good. So those of you who are still with me, thank you for being here. So appreciate it. So Trey, can someone be psychic or an empath and also be a narcissist? Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. And have you met someone who you suspected might be that? Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah. And when people are narcissistic about their psychism, that is the grossest ever. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Audrey, how do you decide what deck you will use for any given reading? That's a good question too. For me, it's just whatever the work deck is at the moment, usually. You know, if it's for a specific party or something and I'm trying to fit a theme, I might do that. But mostly it's just whatever the work deck is at the moment. In the country, I've never seen you down, Christiana. I am a pretty joyous person. It's true. I am. But we all have our days, you know, don't we? Oh, so it's time. Gotta go. My friends, I appreciate you so much, and I did not even get to show you what I wanted to show you today. But that's okay. We'll do that next time, so I have a surprise for you. Anyway, hope to see you soon. And thank you all so much for being here with us. To those of you watching the replay, thank you for that. And please do like this video, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. Special shout out to the members, the moderators, to those people who helped out with super chats and super stickers. Appreciate all of you so very much. Thank you, and take good care.